Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Hey, you guys remember Snapchat?
Oh, yeah. It's still around, right?
I don't remember the last time I even used it.
Boy, that's snapping you guys.
I mean, that used to be like the young person's social network. Like we were all said, you stupid old people on Twitter and Facebook, we got Snapchat. We don't need you.
Yeah, once I grew up, I stopped using Snapchat, you guys.
So it's nuts to think that it is no longer preferred by, well, I don't know, obviously.
Interesting to use the term nuts.
Yeah, that's what it was for. No doubt about it.
Some people.
There is like a weird generation between it's like younger millennials, but like before generation, whatever it is, Z now comes in, that still use Snapchat as because I know a lot of my younger cousins, they're like, hey man, you need to get on Snapchat. That's the only way I give you life updates. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be on Snapchat.
Because then if the snap goes away, then I missed what happened in your life.
Exactly. It's such a weird thing of you need to be on Snapchat.
I guess I missed all of your life experiences.
Yeah,
sorry.
They were trying to do Snapchat shows. Remember they had little I don't need another reason to sit on my phone.
No.
Oh yeah, young man.
Of course you say you don't need another reason to sit on your phone.
All right, I don't need another reason.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't think any human being has really ever said that. You just don't want another way to learn how to sit around on your phone.
Oh, I didn't know I was learning on Snapchat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. I think that's what it is for a lot of things. I don't want to, look, I waste my time in plenty of ways. Don't teach me a new way to do it because I'm getting too old to learn a new way that I already know how to do, which is waste my time. Yeah. But Snapchat's trying to get you back. They're trying to pull you back in. They got this new selfie-taking drone called Pixie that pairs with your phone.
What the hell?
And takes photos and videos of you.
Yeah. Oh,
and it's
my
about
gosh.
It's about the size of your hand. Of course, it looks very colorful.
That's going to probably save some people's relationships because I feel like that's sometimes whenever I go walk around the park or even at the last time I went to a Kraken game, dude, there's so many people the poor boyfriend more often than not, but sometimes it's the girlfriend, but they're just there to take pictures of their significant other.
Oh, yeah.
And it's they're just there. I remember I was at the Kraken with my wife. I'm like, this girl took 10 minutes before she finally got the picture she liked. And I'm just like, lady, if you haven't gotten it in the first 7 minutes, it might not be the picture's fault.
Oh,
wow. Lady. Hey, lady.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you kept that thought just to your wife.
Oh, I didn't even say that to my wife.
Wow.
I kept that in my head, BJ, until right now.
Yeah. See, that's the difference between you. That's the difference between, me and pretty much every other human being. I say those thoughts out loud, and then I look like a bad guy.
What good is that going to bring?
Because it's the truth. That's the thing. Everybody's thinking it, which means at that point, wouldn't you want to know if anybody had a group thought about what a moron you are and you could change your behavior?
She can't handle the truth.
All right. Well, at that point, that's, at some point you'll be on the stand and you can do your Jack Nicholson if you ever have to.
So they have a drone that's going to just follow you around?
Yeah. And like I said, it's very light. It fits in your hand. You can't control it, but the drone does 4 different things. It'll hover in place, orbit around you, take a video as it flies away from you, or follow you around as you walk or run.
Ooh.
Which,
it's like a electronic or a technology-based mosquito, it looks like. It's just follows you around.
That's not a way to
it's basically a selfie stick that you don't have to hold.
Oh, see, you don't look like a dork with the selfie stick now. Now you just look like a dork with the drone.
With a yellow apparatus that follows you. And that's another thing I'm going to just walk into.
Oh, that? Or I was going to say swat it down because you hear it around you just $230 gone.
Oh, also, gosh. I can't imagine people aren't going to use this for bad.
I know.
Well,
What's that buzzing sound? Nothing, I swear. Just keep doing whatever you're doing.
That's right.
In the bathroom.
I'm taking a selfie of me. Your cleavage got in the way. I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to get a great selfie on the toilet. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. They say it can do 5 to 8 videos on a single charge, and when you're done recording, you just hold your hand out and it lands on it. That's
trippy.
I don't know what sci-fi. It might have been Star Wars. Whenever there's a sci-fi movie where there's a news conference and they're like, what's the press like in the future? It's floating cameras like this. And it might have been on The Expanse or Battlestar Galactica. So I can't hear. It's another thing sci-fi predicted would come true. The idea that there'd be these floating cameras that would take pictures or record video of you or maybe your subject as you're doing an interview.
But could you imagine being like at like Gasworks or Green Lake or Chambers Bay, wherever, or Ruston, wherever, like there's like a large area where people hang out. And you're just there, and there's just a sea of these yellow things, just like swarming around, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever get to that point where that many people have one, but
that would be totally like what you're talking about with the mosquito at that point. It would be like walking in just to an infestation.
Right, I'm like swatting these things down. Like, that's $250, sir.
That'd be amazing.
Did you just say you don't know if we'll ever get to that point? Because look what people are doing with their phones. Did you think everyone would have a phone in their pocket? People laughed at people who had the cell phones. Like, look at you, Mr. Fancy. Like, oh, you can't go anywhere without your phone. And now pretty much that's what we are. These things are only like $230, $250
only.
Well, I say that because how much are we paying for our phones in our pocket?
Yeah, but at least on my phone, I can go on random websites and stuff
but does it float in the middle of the air?
I wish my phone could float.
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's next level.
We need drone phones now.
I mean, it's about the size of a phone.
Yeah. Well, that's where we're going to put a chip in your head, and then the phone is floating wherever you want it because you have a heads-up display of whatever you'd want to look on your phone.
The Air iPhone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the show Upload, but the phones are in their hands. They just make their hand into an L. And then all of a sudden, there's their phone. There's your floating phone right there.
I'm crapping all over this thing, but I mean, it would be pretty cool to have it while you're on vacation, right?
There's a lot of cool ways.
Lots of family photos.
You don't have to bug somebody like, hey, would you mind taking a picture of my wife and I in front of the Disney Tower?
Oh, dude, I would rather be known as the dork with the floating drone following me than the person has to ask everybody for stuff.
I always get such anxiety.
I do too.
Like when we went to the Cracking, I'm like, you mind taking a picture of my wife and I in front of the green wall? And the guy's like, yeah, sure, no problem. Everyone's doing it. But I felt like I was like being such a massive inconvenience to this guy. I'm like, I'll take one for you and your daughter. And he's like, no, we do it as a selfie. It's cool. And I'm like, oh, fine. You don't want me touching your phone. I get it.
Don't swipe on those pictures, sir.
This was this entire break brought to you by Classic Steve, where he's essing all over a product and then asks if we can have one.
I take one for free.
Oh, hell yeah, I would.
Now it's completely Classic Steve, because now he's asked for one for free.
Can they make one in black?
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, we've had it. We have come full circle, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's like, don't ever bet against Steve on anything, because if you heard the first part of this whole thing, you thought, wow, I guess that's not a birthday gift I'll ever get him, to I have to go find this in black for Steve.
Yeah, it goes from I hate it to love it within 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Sounds about life.
That's really what it is. Well, I don't have a website for you to go get it, but it's called Pixie, and somehow Snapchat, well, I'm sure they'll have, lots of advertisements on the app.
It's just Pixie.com.
Oh, Pixie.com. That's PIXY, by the way, .com.
The flight pack.
Yeah. I mean, it really is tiny. It's pretty amazing. And the other thing is, when you're done, you hold out your hand and it flies back to the palm of your hand like a little bird.
That part's kind of cool looking.
Now, Steve is, you have to,
dude, you're
really
completely
cool,
in. Forget
man.
about it.
Damn it. You're completely in. And
I hate it, but I dig it at the same time.
Yeah, you really do. We got a sheriff's volunteer officer who was caught selling drugs out of a patrol vehicle. Maybe it was one of those pixies that caught him. Steve will tell you all about it. He's got the Miggs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Miggs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Miggs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks to Kia Up You Out for giving us the Miggs Report. And today, It's National Truffle Day.
Ooh.
You guys big fans of truffles?
Well, I like the truffle oil.
Truffle oils. What about truffle chocolate?
Oh, yeah.
Truffle chocolate's pretty good, too.
I like, the truffle fries.
Oh, man.
Dude, I love those.
I just like saying truffle.
Yeah. Truffle shuffle.
Yeah, my mind immediately went to chocolate, but now that you're bringing up all these other things,
Like truffle oil on mac and cheese.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Where does the truffle come from? I don't even know.
I don't know, but pigs find
The
it.
ground.
Yeah.
Pigs find it. Well, that's me then.
do, yeah.
Because
They do,
I found
they
it.
have to- yeah.
No, when I got married at that nice little, I can't remember the name of that. Oh man, I can't remember the name of that hotel, but it was right next to the Columbia Winery, and the hotel that we were staying at, they had truffle pigs, and like, would you like to meet the truffle pigs? I'm like, guys, I just got married. That seems. No, I was just like, what? And they're like, no, we have a couple of pigs that just like they spot where, I don't know, they dig up the
Is
truffle.
it like a mushroom?
They're a type of fungus.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it grows under the ground, and that's why they're so expensive.
They kind of look like a lumpy potato.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so weird that
They're
you
very
can put
expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It's like I don't think I would ever want to put a mushroom on my chocolate. Is it the same? They put them in chocolates?
Dude, they're laughing at you, BJ. I wouldn't do that because I'm just as confused by it too. I always wonder that. Is truffle chocolate different than truffle oil?
Yes.
So what the hell is a truffle
The
chocolate?
truffle chocolate just looks like truffles, but
Yeah.
it's all chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look
I
at that
always thought-
condescending tone there, Rev.
I had
No,
no idea.
I'm just reading it. I'm not trying to truffle shame you, I swear.
I mean,
looks
they
like chocolate.
They charge a good amount of money for those truffle chocolates, and I thought there was something special. It's just the darn shape.
Yeah,
that's it.
BJ, I'm with you. I thought maybe they use truffle oil mixed
Yeah.
in with the truffle chocolate, or within the chocolate.
No,
Well, you know what?
No, they usually make those with the fancy chocolates, but you can make them at home for with 2 ingredients, and they're just as delicious.
Yeah, the truffle oil is more savory, so you wouldn't want that in your chocolate.
I agree, but Danny, you really knew it was just the shape of the chocolate. You don't even
Yes.
like sweets.
Oh, yeah,
How do
no,
you
but
know
I knew the
this?
difference because I
he knows.
watch a lot of Food Network.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that.
Whatever they do to make it just shape, whatever, it tastes delicious. I love chocolate. So enjoy yourself some truffles. Also, today is National Play Your Ukulele Day.
Oh.
So, of course, I'd like to play
Is that a euphemism?
No.
Okay.
I would like to play my favorite ukulele song of all time, of course.
Chicken, chick, chick, hee-haw, hee-haw. It's Dominic the donkey.
Yeah, I love this guy now.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. The Italian Christmas donkey.
Happy National Ukulele Day, BJ.
Thanks.
Christmas in May.
No, it's actually hell in May.
All right, my bad.
Let's head on over to Florida, where, of course, people are doing Florida things. And this time around, there's a sheriff's volunteer officer based in Florida who just got in trouble for selling drugs out of a patrol car.
Well, there you go. At least you have, if drugs are going to be sold, I do want it in the hand of the authorities.
Got busted by an undercover police officer. Yep, selling prescription pills. Like, hey, come meet me at the police car where I'll sell you some prescription drugs. So,
Okay.
This is great, though. The audio of Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd, when he's talking about what happened, you could just hear the disappointment in this person's voice when they realized one of our volunteers was selling drugs out of a car.
I am hotter than a bear butt on a tin roof in August. Our undercover says, "You in the Popo car?" He goes, "Yeah." He won't be in it for long, but he's in it now.
What was it? Hotter than a bear butt on a tin roof in August?
That's what
That's
it said.
hot.
That's pretty hot, buddy.
That's scorching hot.
That's amazing.
Apparently, he's making $900 a month selling Oxy out of the police car, and he can face up to 15 years.
Damn.
Congratulations to this man. He is the idiot of the day.
He is,
Right?
And at the same time, I wonder how much money this guy had. You know what I mean? It's $900 a month isn't going to make you like rich.
They need to pay the volunteers more. Oh, wait.
Well, they're volunteers.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I would, if we took a look at what this dude made a year, I mean, gosh, it's like I really have a lot of like drug czar. I hate the drug czar guys, obviously, because they're making skillions. $900 a month. Oh man, now he's going to go away for 15 years. I mean, I know it's illegal, but I mean, I feel like he was just maybe trying to do it to live. I don't know, man.
Look at you trying to find some kind of a...
Well, I mean,
Good.
look what you're facing. You're
This
facing
man.
15 years jail time for just $900 a month. You know what I
That's
mean?
his stupidity.
But I mean, it's illegal. You shouldn't be doing it, and all you're getting is $900 a month. I mean, either you're really, really dumb or you're really desperate. That's what
Or
I'm saying.
a combination of the both.
Well, that could
Combination
be it
of the both.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do it in a cop car.
too.
Right.
Well, yeah.
You could have just done it like in a
at home or
Jeep.
something.
Yeah, but the cop car's so recognizable. You know what I mean? That no one will ever,
yeah. Cop cars screamed, "Buy drugs for me."
Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights. You can find me.
Exactly. It's like the blue light special. Kmart's gone. Someone's got to take over.
Hey, let's stay in Florida for another stupid story. This one involves a woman that was pulled over for drinking and driving.
Yes, sir.
And they're like, okay, well, Amy, we got to give you a DUI test and a field sobriety test. She's like, nope, not going to do that. But what I'll do for you is multiple ballet and Irish folk dance moves. And that's exactly what she did to prove that she was sober.
Right on. Well, no, that's nice. She had a nice performance. I think, boy, what a nice person.
Unfortunately, though, she smelled of alcohol, had slurred speech, unsteady on her feet. I don't think she did very good with her ballet performance, but she was trying to do a one-legged stand. Oh, yeah. Also, some other stuff as well. But she was arrested.
Oh, other stuff. Well, hold on a second.
Nothing like, no, not like, like other dance moves. And
like the forbidden dance?
No, just the Irish folk dance.
Oh, damn it. All right, well, this story could have been better.
It could have been.
If you embellished a little bit, nobody would have known if you were making it up.
Let's talk about the draft. The NFL draft happened on Thursday, Friday. It kept going through Saturday. It might still be happening for all I know. Yeah, props to the people who show up to those draft events because, I mean, you're just standing there watching names being called, and I guess you just get wasted as a fan and just hope that something. It's always such an interesting thing because it's like, really, you have one interest in one team, and you're there all day.
Well, you've got fantasy football people. Maybe there's that get excited over that, and maybe want to try to okay, I'm gonna pick this guy up in my fantasy draft. I don't know. I mean, I'm a huge fan of things, so I can't make fun of somebody who I think, why would you be doing that? But like you say, get wasted too. So.
You know, the first day I get, second day maybe even a little bit, but when you get down to the third, fourth, and fifth round, you're just like, man, you are dedicated.
Yeah, you are.
All right, well, let's talk about the Seahawks. A lot of people are giving them a lot of love for their draft class. In fact, USA Today gave them an A- grade. I think Yahoo put them in the top 5 of the draft class when it came to how they did, and they did a great job. They definitely addressed some issues, which was offensive tackles, and they got, of course, we talked about Charles Cross, which was their first overall pick, but then they also picked up a Coug, BJ, Abraham Lucas in the 3rd round. They also addressed their pass rushers, the cornerbacks, a couple wide receivers as well. I do love that in the 2nd round, a lot of people were hoping they were going to go with Malik Willis because he was still available, the quarterback that some people were kind of going gaga about.
Right.
And they ended up going with Boye Mafe, which is an edge rusher from Minnesota, and then Kenneth Walker, who's a running back from Michigan State. And some people are like, what the hell are they doing that? And I'm like, we have 2 injury-prone running backs, and this guy seems like a stud. I think it's a pretty good decision for them to go with a running back in the draft.
Well, of course they got to go with a running. I mean, that's what Pete values. So everybody was like, is he going to get a quarterback? Going to get a quarterback? Doesn't surprise me that they went and got a running back before they even thought about a quarterback, because that's the big key in what Pete wants to do.
Because we're locked in on lock, right, boys?
That's right.
Unless Baker Mayfield comes here. But then
we're baked on bake.
Then we're baking with Baker.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe there's still time for him to come here, but we thought it was going to happen during the draft, that something would be finagled.
Oh, no. I was thinking this is going to happen after that when he gets released.
Oh, okay.
I really think that no team's going to make a trade for him because they know that the Browns are they got to get rid of the guy.
That is a good point.
All right, but the highlight of the draft had nothing to do with the players. It had to do with a fan and a reporter. The reporter, Rachel Bonetta, and she's my new hero. Because she was talking to an Eagles super fan who got super creepy on her and tried to hit on her while talking to her about the draft. So she's like, hey, who are you excited about? Like, you're an Eagles super fan. You got your face painted. You're wearing shoulder pads and you got, the Eagles jersey on. And he decides to shoot his shot and she just shuts him down. Check it out.
But I got a fan right here. Jamie, you're clearly decked out. You're excited to hear. Who are you excited to see today?
The fans have been amazing. The draft picks have been great. And I've been waiting all this time to see you.
Guys, I'm so excited.
She just hands him like a little card and just says, beat it. like her little info sheet. She's like, just take this and get out of my face. And she looks so disgusted. Like, dude, really? Yeah. You're going to use this time to try and hit on me? Yeah. You dork.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you've got your best look. Unless she's a super fan of the Eagles, I'm thinking that's not the
reporter. She's just doing her job.
That's not the time.
He's hammered. He's shooting his shot.
He's giving her you want to hang out sometime later eyes.
Yeah.
And she's just like, she gives him the, I'm going to roll my eyes and walk away from you, sir, eyes.
Yeah.
She's like, no, thank you.
I mean, imagine, you know how disappointed I would be if that shot actually, it was that hit. I mean, that is the dumbest shot to take ever.
There's not
I'd
a
be
chance.
so mad.
There's not a chance.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'd be so mad if he actually landed that shot. I'd be like, are you kidding me?
Oh, man, so a lot of times we talk about in baseball all those awesome foul balls where a great catch is made, a one-handed catch, or like recently we talked about the guy who was feeding his baby while he caught a foul ball while sitting, and some guy was trying to catch him while jumping, and he still caught it. It was amazing.
That guy is a true hero.
But not all foul ball catches go the way that you hope. In fact, there was one that happened in a game over the weekend against the A's and the Guardians where a guy was trying to catch the ball. And, well, he did not catch the ball. And while trying to catch the ball, his beer flew in the air, landed on the face of a woman sitting right next to him, and also in her nachos. And it was amazing. It was the worst attempt at a catch ever. I mean, it just... she gets doused. And what I love is the announcers doing the play-by-play of what happened.
She shows up at the ballpark. She's thinking, yeah, foul ball, that'd be great. Don't need a shower, though.
Yeah.
Plus, is the food ruined? Oh, yeah, those nachos are toast.
Yeah, sorry, guy.
Yeah, it's over.
Hopefully that's not a first date, because that's going to be an awkward...
Yeah, he better buy her more nachos.
It looks epic in slow motion, though, I have to say.
It does.
It really, really does.
Speaking of baseball, the Mariners, at least they finally won a game. That was pretty cool.
Yay!
Back on their winning ways. You know, can Logan Gilbert pitch every game? Is that doable?
Amazing. Wow, is he amazing.
I mean, he did give up a run, and I'm very disappointed in him in that. He hasn't given up a run since, like, the first inning or something like that. But, yeah, dude, he pitched great. The Mariners ended up winning 7-3. Now they're off to take on the Houston Astros in Houston. Big props and shout-out to the Kraken. They finished the season pretty much how they've played the entire season. Game was close. Looked like they might be able to get the win. They're up 3-1. Were they up 3-0? I can't remember.
They were up 3-0 at one point. Yeah. Into two periods, because I did watch the last period.
They were looking fantastic until that third period, and then they ended up losing the game 4-3.
Yeah, two solid periods. If only it was only a 40-minute game.
You know, it's funny because later on in the night they did the replay because the game was early on Sunday. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning,
super early.
And later on they did a replay of it. And I put it on, and it was in the second period, and they were up 3-1. I'm like, I'm going to turn this off and pretend that's how the game ended. Yeah, I'm in a way better mood.
I choose to believe.
Season's done. Congrats to them on, finishing the season.
Yeah, they finished the whole season. Well, most of the players finished the whole season.
Congratulations for finishing the season.
Hey, they've been pretty good after the trade deadline. They were a lot better. They were playing a lot better, and
I was just mad that it didn't end on Friday. It should have ended on Friday.
Fan appreciation night.
That was such an awesome
and it was a makeup game, right?
This was, yes.
Yeah, that's the problem. It should have not been a game we had to play.
It doesn't count. Let's just say that they ended the season on Friday night.
True.
Shutting out the San Jose Sharks 3-0. Great game. I think the first star of the game was the fans, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's pretend that was the way
that was it.
Yeah,
it totally was.
Kraken ended on a high note.
So the big question is, are we still doing Kraken Thursdays anyway?
Hell yeah, we are. I got all that gear, man. I got to still wear it.
I'm with the Rev. I have a lot of Kraken shirts.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I mean, you do what you want to do.
Well, I just want to know. I just want to know how to be. I'm just trying to follow the crowd here.
Are you a lion or a sheep, BJ?
I'm
a Kraken.
I think I'm a Kraken sheep.
Sheep Kraken.
I'm a sheepin. A Kraken. I don't know.
Hey, as far as weather, we're gonna have rain today. A high of 55 degrees. Thanks to Jersey Mike Subs for giving us the Migs Report, and that's what's up.
On Friday, Steve did get this one wrong.
On The Simpsons, what was the name of Homer's snowplow business?
Homer Blow Time.
No.
Homer Dust Off the Snow.
No.
Homer Snowville.
No.
Homer Snowville.
Yeah, right.
Homer Snowville. Yeah. No, it was Mr. Plow, but nice try with the Snowville there. You want to try to beat Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs. We'll do that at 6:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.